So this is not at all the purpose of this video, but note that the Spyder thermometer, it reads 100 degrees. The actual temperature is 80. And that is the accurate reading. Now I've seen variances, now it's down to 99. I've seen variances of 10, 12 degrees, but never 20 degrees. That's unbelievable. So there are 3 things that I want to show you on this video that are all reasonably close to my place where I'm staying, and they're cool for different reasons. I am not a gambler. I'm not like a casino guy. Now that's interesting. To the left of that, what looks like a guitar, it looks like a helicopter coming in for a landing. Oh, well, the Hollywood Fort Lauderdale International Airport's close to here, but not that close. I wonder if that casino has a heliport. But even though I'm not into the casinos, because I don't gamble, this one is worth coming to. This is as close as I've ever been to it. We're going to drive right up to it. You can see this from afar. Now, Florida, as we said in the last video, is very flat, but when you're going over an overpass or a bridge, or last year I stayed for one night at that Margaritaville hotel that we saw, and I didn't stay beachside, I stayed on the intracoastal side, which means you look west, and I could see this off in the distance all lit up at night. It was just beautiful. And I thought, you know what, I've got to take you to the Hard Rock. So this is a Seminole Indian complex. I guess this was their land. Like, I don't know how it works, but I know that the casino and this whole area is Seminole tribal property. And we're not going to go in the casino, and quite frankly, I don't think casinos let you photograph or film inside. But I wouldn't want to go in anyway. But we're going to drive up, we're going to drive like right up to the door and check it out. And we're both checking it out, because this is as close as I've ever been, and we're going to get close enough to not quite touch it, but pretty close. So I mentioned tire pressure and ambient temperature. I just want to show you a screenshot that I took. I deflated my tires a little bit, but I took a screenshot of, look at that, 21 and a half, almost 22 pounds, 29 and a half, and that's without adding any pressure. In Niagara Falls, it was like 18 and a half in the fronts and like 26 and a half in the rear. But look at those temperatures. I mean, it was never that hot. It was like a high of 80 today, but you know, those sensors are sitting in the hot sun, so I get it. But it just shows you, you know, so I took some air out of the, my tire pressure is now just below factory recommendations, and my guess is as I ride north when I'm going home, I'll have to put some air back in the tires. And I never really thought about that before, but some of you that do north-south latitude travel on your motorcycles, and well, even in your cars, you probably just take that for granted. It's a neat sign. But I just love how the whole, this is the hotel, it's shaped like, and look, there are some rooms on the left side of it that have like balconies. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's a helicopter. So they do have a helipad on top of that garage. Wow, that's cool. I'm gonna stand up so you can see that over the hedges. I've mentioned this many times, but you know, the camera eye line is just a few inches lower than my eye line because of where it's mounted at my chin on the helmet. The fans are working today on the Spyder, and they are loud. It's a nice, pretty entrance. Now, I want to go right up to the entrance that takes us right up to the hotel there. I'm not going to mess with the garage. So I'm going to almost treat this like I'm dropping somebody off, even though it's just you and me. I'll bet they spend a ton of money landscaping this place. I don't know why I thought there were cool fountains when you get up to this place. Oh, Ferrari. Nice. Oh. Exit Hard Rock Hotel arrival. So I figured that was just where we were, but maybe the fountains are at another spot. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. I like that. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Sounds like a law firm. And with all the lawyer advertising, the show that never ends, that could be a legitimate quote for a law firm. I don't know why a casino would put it on their hotel entrance. Hey, I think that might be it. Some of you comment that I roll through the stop signs. Well, like in parking lots at state parks, if I don't see cars coming, I view the stop signs as advisory. You can just report me. I guess you'd report me in this case to the Hard Rock Casino, and they'd somehow track me down, and that wouldn't be too difficult. And they could issue me a ticket maybe, or ban me from the property. I don't know. I apologize to those of you that it really offends, but I plead guilty. Got a police officer behind me, believe it or not. I'm assuming it's casino police. Hope you had the time of your life. Okay, now that's Green Day. I know they're a music group. So there are 3 things I mentioned that I wanted to show you that weren't too far from where I'm staying. This was one of them. The next one, I'm going to have to get off the Spyder. Well, actually, the next 2, I'm going to have to get off the Spyder. We'll get up close to it on the Spyder, but to truly appreciate it, we've got to get off. And I'll explain it momentarily. This is one of those things that irritates me. So we want to take a left here. You can see the 2 lanes for that left turn are wide open, but because of the traffic, I'm going to have to wait a couple of cycles. So the municipality just north of Hollywood Beach is Dania Beach. And Dania Beach is famous for a couple of things. So, well, one, it used to have a highlight facility. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And it's now a casino. I'm not sure if highlight is still a thing. Well, it's not a thing in Dania Beach anymore because it's now a casino. Although, I don't know, maybe they have a highlight court or courts in the casino. The other thing it's famous for is the Dania Beach Pier, the fishing pier, which is walking distance. I want to say a couple of miles walk along the beach from Hollywood Beach. I've done it. I've done it as a child. And that's where we're headed now. It's famous for one other thing, and I'll take you there after the fishing pier. This is another one of those drawbridges, not as ornate as the Hollywood Beach drawbridge. And there's Port Everglades right there. Oh, that's the happening place to be. Nice. So I've never driven here. I've walked here and I've bicycled here. The condo that I stay at and have been staying at for a few years now actually has 2 bicycles that come with it. It's really a nice place. It also has a parking spot, and not every place down here, believe me, parking is a premium. Not every place down here comes with a condo, I mean, comes with a parking spot. And speaking of parking, I don't know how it works here. I am certain this is paid parking. Yeah. We're not going to be here long. Again, I can't take the Spyder on the fishing pier, but I can take it with my iPhone. And I need to do that because it's worth it. And we won't be there for long. And then we're going to go to a really, really special place. Wow, I got lucky. Right up front. They were doing some work on this walkway, so I had to wait a little bit. Oh, I just realized I forgot to pay the park, so I don't know. So when I get to the top, I'll pay, and then we'll walk out to the pier. And you can see how awesome it is right on the ocean, and it goes far out. Okay. We're in. So this is a fishing pier, and I'm not sure, but my guess is there's lots of fishermen at the end here. Now this is a weekday. It's, let's say, mid to late afternoon. There's Port Everglades there. And we are right near Fort Lauderdale International Airport, which is just that way, just beyond Port Everglades. Oh, awesome. We're going to get up close to a pelican. Seagulls you see everywhere, but pelicans you don't. Is he going to take off? It looks like he wants to take off. There he goes. Oh, he must have saw lunch or dinner. Cool. Maybe he just took off because we were bothering him. I'm not going to bother him again. Oh, and here's one right on the Broadwalk. And it's almost camouflage. Someone could step on him. My gosh. He's taking his chances. I've seen this place when it was packed with fishermen. Not today. Now, to put it into perspective, look how far we've come. I'll zoom in. Okay, now I'm going to hustle back to the Spyder because I don't want to get a ticket. So we're about to get on the road that takes us over the drawbridge we just rode over to get to the pier, and we're to stop. My initial assumption would be, well, the bridge is about to go up, but I can see the gates. They're up. So I don't know what's going on. I did not get a ticket. I was there longer than I thought because they were doing some work on, oh, I'll bet the bridge is just going down, and this is leftover traffic. I can see traffic passing now. But anyway, we're on to our destination. So if you watch my channel enough, you know that I've got a sweet tooth. And I've got a thing for ice cream. Well, Dania Beach, in addition to the pier that we just left, and what used to be a highlight arena, but I guess is now a casino, we just passed it, by the way, is famous for Jaxson's ice cream parlor. And Jaxson's ice cream parlor is just this cool place. You go there on a weekend night, it's packed, you're waiting in line, it's maniacal. This is a weekday and it's late afternoon, so it's 4 o'clock. So I think there'll be nobody there, and that's a good thing. This building looks like a cool building. I don't know what it was in its day. It certainly wasn't built as a window blind distributor, but in old-time Dania Beach, I'll bet that housed a bank or something. And the other thing is, you don't see too many Rexall drugs anymore, and they're open. So Jaxson's is, I mean, I think it's world famous. My guess is many of you who subscribe or at least watch my videos either have been here or heard of it or know someone who does. So there's a walk-up booth, but you can also go inside, and we're going inside because you gotta experience Jaxson's inside. I love their sign. Park in the shade. So we're gonna walk in. I want you to at least see what the place is like inside. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
You bet.